So what we're seeing globally in the big picture here is efforts to try to say, how can we take more control over these big companies? And one of those measures is a so-called digital tax. It's essentially a way to rethink how you tax the revenues of digital services of companies like Amazon, Google, Facebook. And this idea of a digital tax has been really pushed by, as you mentioned, Bruno Le Maire. So the French proposal is a 3% tax on the revenues of these digital companies if they have global revenues of 750 million euros per year and 25 million per year in France. So the threshold is pretty high, which means that by nature it applies to only about 30 companies, and most of those companies are based in the US. So you can see why the US isn't necessarily thrilled about this idea. There has been an overall OECD effort to try to come up with a way to modernize the tax system, even through a digital tax. But we've seen this drama play out over the last year that has not reached a consensus on that front. And essentially, France said this year that it was going to forge ahead on its own with its own proposal here. We're seeing some pretty strong reaction from some of the companies this morning in response to President Trump's investigation. Amazon essentially praising the Trump administration, saying this tax is not the right way to go. We want a multilateral approach versus a one-country approach. And it sounds like France might hold strong and say, we're going to continue to push this effort forward.
It's interesting that France are the country who are pushing so much for this, because I'm curious to see from a revenue perspective how much they're looking to actually raise from this, given that a big part of these US big tech companies actually have jurisdiction in Ireland, not necessarily in France.
That's right. So France, Le Maire has said that it hopes to raise 500 million euros per year. Now that's not a huge slice of the budget when you think about it. And it's also a sliver of these companies' revenues. But the idea being that if other countries get on board, let's say the UK, which is looking at a proposal like this, even Germany is looking at a proposal for a digital tax, if each country individually piles on, it could have some sort of material impact, which is why there's been a bigger effort for, say, one straight, push across the board.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.